How have you been?
Doing well. I'm been really good. Just staying busy. How about you?
Doing well as well, staying busy. I think that we all kind of thought quarantine would be like super boring and stuff, and there are those boring moments, but I've actually been just as busy. And I'm
Oh,
lucky that
God.
I'm even able to still be busy. So
Yes.
yeah, but everything's been going well, and I'm so proud of you for joining the vault. And
Thank
you've
you so
already
much.
been
I appreciate that.
Of course. And you've of course already been based in LA and you've had great opportunities. So I'm wondering what enticed you still to join the vault. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but what originally enticed you?
The management company of the Vault reached out to me and said that they wanted my help to help find other influencers and people that were like-minded in the sense of diverse in content, diverse in sexualities, diverse in ethnicities, to just all bring a part of this one really big collective to kind of like change social media and like the entertainment industry in general. So it just seemed like a really awesome opportunity to kind of like help spearhead it. So yeah, that was all.
Definitely. And I think so often we focus a lot on diversity like in the, major motion pictures or even on TV shows, but I think at least me I kind of forget, we also need it on TikTok and on Instagram and
Exactly.
whatnot. So it's so powerful that you have kind of, like you said, been able to spearhead that, because I think a lot of times when we think about it, we don't even consider social media. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that?
True. No, it's definitely true. I feel like it's one thing that's kind of overlooked, that like we need to make sure that that's also saturated in color as it is in content. So definitely something that I feel like us as the masses need to pay attention to.
Yes, you're so wise. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I can see why you were asked to join the vault.
Thank you.
And there are so many benefits to a content house. Off the top of my head, obviously just always having people around, people to collab with, bounce ideas off with. But what is one thing, and I asked Jackson this too, what is one thing that after joining you're like, wow, I didn't even think of this, but this is also such a cool perk?
Definitely, I'd say just being able to collab with people that are so close in reach. I feel like you never really understand that, like, hey, like I could obviously drive somewhere to reach out and collab with people, but just having a hub in a place for people to kind of like come to you, like-minded creators when they come to LA or in town and stuff like that do different or similar content. Being able to live with amazing people that all want to work and grind and do the same thing that I'm doing, but also want to do different things in the entertainment industry. I feel like it's just really awesome. And like I kind of like knew that this was the goal, but just seeing it kind of like come true has been surreal. So it's been really dope.
I love that. Yeah, and it's so cool because, like you said, there's diversity in, every aspect, including just your platform of choice. We have some people who are big into TikTok. We have some people who do more Instagram, some on YouTube. So is there anything you learned maybe about a platform that you were hesitant to join or even hesitant to really focus on that's been helpful for you?
I'd have to say necessarily like partnering up with like certain like apps like Triller and stuff like that, and like even like focusing on like other like even like Snapchat partnerships that we've been doing or stuff like that. I feel like we've been having a lot of like, what is it, attention has been focused on that too, that I feel like it helps us realize that like, hey, like we can dominate here, but also have to make sure that we're not neglecting any other platforms and kind of giving the same love to any, because like you can reach a different fan base no matter the social media platform, because there's also different age groups, ethnicities, different types of people, different groups of people. You have your music people, you have your people that are into like nature or cooking or different stuff like that. So you can kind of reach like a bunch of different audiences as long as you kind of like spread yourself across other platforms.
It's so funny because I forgot about Snapchat because I just don't use it as much. But you just proved like you got to consider all the platforms, and
Yep,
obviously some content is more suitable for Triller or Snapchat than it would be for
exactly.
Instagram. So yeah, that you just proved like my whole point. That was awesome.
Thank you.
And of course, in the past when we've done interviews, you've seemed to always have new music coming out. So
Yeah.
I know now is no different, even with quarantine. So do you just want to give some updates to that?
Yes, I'm doing a really big partnership with Sunny D right now, and I actually have a song coming out the week after this week. So technically next week, the end of next week, and it's basically just like the whole idea of like the project, and it's the first song that's coming out of my EP Butterfly Effect, and basically just like touching on the fact that like, hey, like if you're having an upset, a crappy day, that you can choose to be happy, you can choose to make the right changes in your life, and like kind of like see the good things that could come from it, basically. So like if there's something that's going on in your life or something that's going on necessarily with a friend or something like that, you can choose to like fix it and change it instead of just kind of being complacent. I feel like that's like the whole idea of the project.
I love that. And it's so important to have those types of messages anytime, but I feel like especially during this pandemic, like we all need to practice gratitude, and it's super hard, you know. I'm even guilty of having bad days that here's the thing, there are days that are truly bad and like I would never like want to take away from that, but there's also days
Mm-hmm.
where I'm being like so like not entitled but just
I mean,
there
like
are of course some days that are better than others, and it's important to always find the good in things but also
definitely.
give ourselves some grace. So I think it's a great message that you're putting out into the world. I love
You're,
it. Oh, you froze. Sorry, what?
hello?
Hi. Did you say something? You froze, so I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
I
if you.
just am really excited about it. You froze too.
Oh, yeah, I just said that it's great that you're able to portray these messages. So,
Yes, thank you.
of course, of course. I'll cut around that so it's not me and you going back and forth having the same conversation three times. Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry.
And I know that the vault is in West Hollywood, which is my favorite part of LA. I love going to the drag shows there. There's a Salt and Straw. It's so fun. So have you been able to kind of explore the neighborhood or not since
Yeah,
everything shut down?
living like so close to like Melrose, like we literally have walked those streets so many times, and just like even like being around like the Beverly Center or like even like going like a bit farther to like Westfields and stuff like that. So like we've definitely been around like a lot of stuff around this area, but obviously due to like COVID, like a lot of stuff is closed. So my friends that have not been born and raised in LA didn't get like the full experience when they moved here, but hopefully when stuff kind of like clears out, we'll be able to like adventure a bit more.
Yes. Yeah, I'm hopefully when it's safe, you know, things will start opening back up. Where's your dream place to take everyone maybe who's not from LA and you want to be like, I
There's
want
a
to show you this.
party that's closed right now. Oh, literally, some of my roommates have not even been to Disneyland at all. I've not been to Disneyland, so definitely that's one place that I'd love to take them to. And yeah, like a lot of the amusement parks and stuff like that, they have not been to. OC Fair,
Oh,
because like I'm born and raised from Orange County, and like it's there's a lot of stuff that I wish I could take them to, but we understand. We understand the times we're living in at the moment.
yeah, it's just not the right timing. And the OC Fair, you perform there every
Yeah,
year, right? Or you
yeah,
have?
yes, yes.
Oh, so cool. Yeah, of course it was canceled this year, but
Yeah, and Coachella, that was obviously a big L.
oh yeah, all the music festivals. I mean, all the concerts really have been
Yep.
canceled. And I know you've done some shows in LA, but have you been able to do anything virtual like performance wise
Yep,
or
they have actually. I've done stuff with Spotify, their team for like virtual like concerts and stuff like that. With my Instagram live and stuff like that, I've done a concert with Sunny D that I did. Sorry,
bless
that's
you.
too you. Yeah, I've done a few virtual performances, so it's been still being able to at least sing to my fans, which has been good.
That's awesome. And you know, there's such power in music even if it's not physically, if you're not listening to it physically. So
Exactly.
it's great. Thank you for coming through and, you know, still doing those virtual shows for everyone.
Words.
So important.
Oh,
Bless you.
my,
Allergies are so bad right now.
oh my gosh,
So,
I've
so bad.
literally have allergies since I was like 3 years old. So this
Me
time
too.
of the year is always the worst for me.
Yeah, no, they're so bad. It's super dry right now. So I feel you. I'm surprised I haven't sneezed in this interview yet. I'm sure it's coming though. It will happen. Um, and you know, you've been involved with Brat for many years now.
Yes.
Do you want to give any updates to that? How, what capacity you've been working with them in?
I've obviously, and a lot of people know me from working on Total Eclipse and a few Brat shows, but I'm working on like another thing, a project with them right now that I can't really give a lot of information about, but know that a Brat, X Bryce Xavier, X music related stuff is coming very soon that I'm excited about.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. Awesome, awesome. And okay, I don't think I've told you this, but your mom is an icon. That's
Often,
so random. And I just have to ask, do you get to still see her as frequently or no?
well, obviously, as anyone that knows my mom or knows of my mom knows that like that woman is literally the busiest person ever. So, along with my schedule and her schedule, we're able to talk. We like try and talk as much as we can per week. I haven't seen her as much in person, but she's here with me in spirit. She's been working, going hard. So, yeah.
No, she's always, like, so nice and so upbeat, so I had to say that. You're probably like, has she even met my mom? And yes, I have. Just, I think it was at, I don't remember, maybe the, Next
I
Level
think she
thing,
has.
or maybe at Famous Birthdays in the office, I can't remember. All I remember is she left an impression on me, so I had to ask, like, has it been hard not seeing her? So,
Thank you.
of course, of course. And I wanted to go back to just the idea of the vault as a content house. I didn't realize that it's not necessarily a temporary thing for the members, but it's also the type of house that it's a launching pad. And you guys seem very okay with the idea of it kind of being something that you might not be in for years and years and years. But where do you envision the house being in like 5 years? What's your hope?
Envision the house being in 5 years. I feel like the vault as an entity will probably still be standing in 5 years, but I feel like the members in that time will probably branch off to do other things that they want to do because us as a collective, we know that the vault's kind of an incubator for us as artists, influencers, singers, actors, whatever else that we kind of want to go aspire to be after we leave this place. So I definitely see like me obviously continuing with my music, finishing up like hopefully my second studio album by then. Cayman and Keith want to focus on their acting as well as Rave does. Jackie wants to work on her music. He wants to be a makeup artist and an influencer. So I feel like we kind of all have our dreams and hopes that we want to do, and our job is to kind of help each other at this moment to be able to reach those goals. So I definitely just see us all just killing it, being there for each other, still supporting each other, even if we're not a part of the vault together, but still just kind of supporting each other individually. Yeah.
Yes. No, I love that. And there's such a strong like family like bond there. And I think it's so important that you have all been able to really support each other. It's
Yeah.
so powerful. And you all again do all different things on social media.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask a kind of fun question. Whose accounts would you like to take over for the day? Like you get to access all their accounts and just post whatever you want.
Hmm. I probably want to take over Keith's just because, not only because he's my best friend, but just like I know it would get him riled up. So I'll just post some really stupid stuff on his account.
Oh, I love that. Do you guys like do any fun pranks in the house or not yet?
Oh yeah, 1,000% idea. We literally for like a video, we like flipped everything in Jackson's room like around. Like we put his mattress in the shower. Like we moved a bunch of stuff everywhere.
That's amazing. It's so, so cool. And I've also asked, or not asked, I've wondered, but I haven't really asked anyone that's been in the content house. Does it ever feel like it's hard to keep like your individual brands because you want to also like have the vault as a brand? Like the vault is indeed a brand. So, and if you found difficulty, how have you navigated that?
I haven't found difficulty in that. I'm really good at managing like a lot of the stuff that I have to do because I've already had like a lot of stuff on my plate. So I
Mhm.
realized that like I'm a part of the vault, which is also its own separate entity, as well as Bryce Xavier is a brand on his own type of thing. And I feel like we've all kind of like understood the individuality of that we have to focus as a collective, but also focus on ourselves beyond the house. So we're kind of like building the house is helping us. We are helping the house so we can all grow together in a sense. But no, I haven't found difficulty in that sense. I've just kind of also been able to figure out how to do a group thing as well as like my own thing with my music and stuff like that. So it's been a good balance for me.
That's awesome. Props to you. And Jackson briefly mentioned it that you guys are working on a song together. Is there
Yep.
anything beyond that you could say or no?
Can't spill. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, the fact that I now know you have a song together in the first place, that's something. So,
Yes.
hopefully we'll get updates on that soon, but I know how it can be. But do you want to give maybe a rough timeline of just not every project you have coming up because there's a lot, but anything maybe in the next few weeks so that we make sure we're looking out for that specific.
I dropped my single "Sunny Days" in a week. Sunnier Days. Sorry, in a week. That was written by me and produced by Danny Byron and Brad Delson from Lincoln Park, who has been. Yeah, we've been working on my whole project. My last single, "Already Looking at Me," produced by him. Most of the
Wow.
songs on the EP are done by him. So definitely been like a lot of cool stuff that I've been doing. They're the sweetest people ever. So we've been working on a lot of stuff. My EP will be coming out before the end of the year. I can't say when, but at least y'all know that's in the next 3 months.
Yeah,
Uh,
at the
so
most.
then 2 months actually. So I'm definitely really excited for that. A Hulu movie that I was in, a Bennett song, comes out in 3 weeks that I'm really excited about. That people can like focus on my stories. And I'm really excited about that one. I'm actually singing in it. I will be on the soundtrack, so you guys will be getting another new song because of that. And yeah, just a lot of other partnerships and stuff coming up. My partnership with Sunny D that I'm doing. I'm doing a really cool partnership with Sweet Tarts that I have coming up with Guess. I just wrapped up something with Dick's Sporting Goods, and I have a new line thingy coming with them. So a lot of stuff coming up before the end of the year that I'm excited for everyone to see.
I promise I listened to everything you just said, but my mind is now focused on sweet tarts.
I
I
love
love
that.
sweet tarts so
Oh my
much.
gosh, our house loves Sweet Tarts so much. So when they've sent like huge boxes, I literally just got a huge box of like all of them. I'll send you some.
Oh my God.
We all clicked out.
Have you tried the sour ones?
Yes, they said I have sour, I have ropes, I have rope bites, I have the normal ones, the
Oh
original.
my gosh. They sent you everything. Yeah, the sour ones are my favorite. Even though after like 5 my mouth is on fire, those
I
are
keep going. I keep going.
I one time I had so much my mouth was sore for 3 days in a row, but I could not stop. They're so good.
Period.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. I'm gonna like next time I go to the store, I'm getting all the sweet tarts and all the like branches of sweet tarts. So good. That is so cool. I'm excited to see that partnership and what.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Well, Bryce, thank you so much for talking with me. It was great kind of doing a sit down interview. I know it's normally the quick carpet ones. Do you just want to recap your social media, all together for us?
Everyone can follow me anywhere at Bryce Xavier, BRYCE XAVIER. Make sure you stream my EP Butterfly Effect coming on the next few months and my single Sunnier Days that comes on next Friday.
Perfect. So soon. I'm excited. Well, yeah, thank you again. And when it's safe, we'll definitely have to do a follow up in person because
Yeah,
I know you'll have more updates for me
yeah.
by then.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It was nice talking to you.
Oh, of course. You too. Have an awesome day.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye.